Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Bunny Says, and I'd like to welcome you to another game of The Town of Light. Just looking around a bit here. I don't remember being here, but... Oh, what's that? I really wish I knew what that said. Estrato Fluido di Grindelia. I'm betting that's some kind of like knockout chloroform or something stuff, but what's this? The University of the Studio di Bologna. In nomine D.S.M. Vittorio Emanuele III. Okay. Interesting. Can I look in the back? Is there anything in the back? I guess he's the main psychiatrist here. It's funny, I could actually see it better like this than when I clicked on it. Let's see, he's... let's see, University of Bologna. Yeah. 1925. 5th of what? July? August? July, Julio? July, I guess. Okay. And he's professor, okay. It's, oh wow, okay. I don't want to look at this stuff on the table, really. Alright, let's, yeah. Those old needles, man. They were heavy duty, weren't they? Look at them. Man, then when they wanted to inject you, they really slammed that sucker into you, didn't they? What's this? Okay, that's... I don't even know what those are. Those more needles? Or... Can't... I guess they're more needles. Man, they just do not look... I mean, before plastic... Wow. Let's see what this says.
March 12th, 1938.
Renee T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress.
Admitted in observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble.
Oh wow, talks about Renee, so we have to read it.
Have you ever wondered who you are? Yes, of course you've wondered.
I'm Renee, aren't I? Doesn't matter, I'm here for you.
Will you help me to understand, to escape this dazzling light inside me that stops me from seeing?
Of course, we'll turn off all the lights together. Oh,
She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. I am always scared of her. She chases me." "Why are you here?" "I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name." March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision. "Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake."
What did you do to deserve to be punished?
April 21st. She's more awake this morning and is responding to questions, complains of headaches. She became agitated when she found out her mother was there. She says that one day, many years earlier, she was with a friend of hers and met a man who made her get into a car and took her for a ride. He made her smoke cigarettes and drink liquor, and the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret. These facts were essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. "I can't remember these things, only the guilt, the stake. I know I deserved to pay for that guilt. I knew it even then."
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's look for the rest of the clinical data to understand.
She was uncooperative during the examination. She didn't want to be stripped and her body remained rigid. Voluntary attention almost totally absent. Probable hallucinations. April 25th. Confused ideas, unable to maintain a spontaneous conversation. Reflexes all normal. Reactive pupils. "Let's find Amara, and we'll find the full medical records."
Okay, who's Amara? Do I really want to look at this book? Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to look at this book, really, not really. I hope we got all these people who were dead when this was going on. What is this? This little scalpel thing. Now we have to look for Amara, right? So, where is Amara? It's interesting seeing the old posters, you know. That's pretty interesting. I wonder if they're time period specific. They look like it. Yeah, I like that. It's a... What the hell is that? Added to the synopsis menu. Okay. J. What is this? Okay. Medical records. Next. Okay, we read these. What? Whoa, wait a minute. We didn't read that part. Okay. Even if we assume Renee's story is true, a true account of what happened to her, it would never have appeared in the press. It would never have been written. The story of an ordinary young girl is too far removed from the news items, which portray pushers and victims as characters in the laws in a lawless society. Our hypocritical culture ignores whatever doesn't suit it in the same manner that it fails to live up to the laws in which it so strongly believes. A young millionaire destroyed by artificial paradises. What? At certain times of the day when the clock strikes desire, there is always a suspicious person wandering around in the shadows, showing his photographs, leaflets, and powder. That figure has thousands of ways to start a conversation. He might ask you the time, ask you for a match, or warn you about an oncoming car. If it rains and you don't have an umbrella, he will let you share his. That breaks the ice. After a few minutes and words, he has shown you his stuff. Chic stuff, all very exclusive, new inventions, a guaranteed result, surprising. Try to believe it. Victims are recruited from all classes of society. Newspapers report that victims could be found in the most senior employees of the U.S. anti-narcotics force, just as in high society in Nice or Cannes. And among factors, just remember Wallace Reed, Maria Orska, Alma Rubens, and Yvonne George. Now, I'm guessing these are people that are... I don't particularly know these people, but... These are pretty nice pictures. I'm assuming that these guys, like, they come up and they look slick and they go up to young girls and, you know, break the ice somehow, you know. It's raining, hand them an umbrella, whatever, start talking nice to them, lead them somewhere and, you know, either rape them or have sex with them or whatever. So, okay, let's... Do we look at this part? Oh, do we? No, wait. We didn't look at that.
My name is Renee.
Did we?
They told me that I have to write this diary, but I don't feel like it. It's not true that I feel better when I write. Actually, it's worse. I was a shy girl, and I just wanted to be like the others. But that's not what happened. No. I did things that, when I think about them now, eventually brought me here.
Wow.
Everything started with that damned light. It happened for the first time when I was still a little girl. I was 6 or 7. I was walking outside school when suddenly the noise started to melt into an indistinct rumble. The light increased out of all proportion and everything lost its meaning. I could no longer recognize anything. Objects, people, words, not even myself.
Okay, so I'm assuming that some time when she was little, she had some kind of, episode that was something in some kind of brain trauma.
I felt fear as a physical sensation. It prevented me from moving, from swallowing, from breathing. After God knows how long, everything went back to normal, but a new fear replaced the old one. Different but terrible, of the light coming back. And it did come back.
I mean, it sounds like she has some kind of head trauma that is interfering with her senses in her brain and stuff, and maybe like a tumor or something like that.
My memory of those years is hazy. Between the age of about 7 and 10, my memories are disconnected, and I couldn't say how many times and how frequently the light used to come. My mother gave me a doll around that time. Charlotte. Thinking back to it makes me want to laugh. But at the beginning, I remembered that I was afraid of her. I thought she wanted to harm me, to kill me and take my place. But when the light came, she would stay beside me, and her presence.
Yeah. Wow, creepy.
Did not disturb me. I was able to talk to her, and so she became my best friend. At least until I was in grade 2, when everything changed. She didn't laugh at me, and if I had to say something to my mother, I asked her to say it. When things inside me turned bad, she was the only one I could turn to. Now all of this makes me blush, but Charlotte was a real friend to me. I knew that she was just a doll. I wasn't stupid, but at the same time, she was real too. I don't know how to explain it. It's difficult. My mother would cuddle her and tell her things. I guess she was trying to communicate with me. But back then, I was too afraid to understand it.
Okay, we read that part before. Okay. Okay, so we're looking for who was it? On S.
June 1935. After much theorizing and practice in clinics for the privileged, the moment for action has finally arrived. Volterra is the right place. It's an avant-garde hospital, the perfect place for a doctor who really wants to make a difference. November 20th. Crossing the threshold of the asylum was similar to entering another dimension. A world of smells, noises, and images which it is almost impossible to imagine, describe, or explain. August 1936. The situation is similar to that in many other institutions. The department is overcrowded. Hundreds of patients are supervised by a handful of nurses who are forced to tie the more distressed ones to their beds or to radiators. They do 24-hour shifts. It's impossible to work like this. We doctors rarely see the female patients, and it's the nurses who tell us what's happening to the women.
Tie them to radiators, isn't it? Man, that sounds really dangerous.
The overpowering stench in the wards, the constant din of shouts and voices that are barely recognizable as human, dirty, naked bodies devoid of any dignity. The lunatic asylum gets under your skin and wears you down. I often consider resigning. I feel useless, impotent, a sort of merciful jailer, a mercy that helps no one and only helps to ease my conscience. March 15th, 1938. Dramas are played out before my eyes every single day, and I try to distance myself from them and just do the best I can. But a girl arrived some days ago. I couldn't avoid her gaze. All she asked in her dignified silence was not to be ripped away from her world. And me. I'm old enough to be her father, the father she never had, who didn't want her, who rejected her without even knowing her. I, too, refused what she asked me. I couldn't do anything but add my signature and consign her to hell. A danger to herself and to others, and a cause of public scandal. This was what was written on the accompanying note from the police headquarters. It was difficult not to agree with it. How much more violence must this poor girl be subjected to? Her gaze is so intense, so far removed from the carefree nature which should be the joyous hallmark of her age. I cried myself to sleep in my solitude. I kept thinking about those sad and frightened eyes staring at me.
Danger to herself and to others and a cause of public scandal. Well, it did say she was walking around stripping naked. What's this? Admission and personal details document, Charity Congregation Psychiatric Hospital, N6530, object. Name and surname, Damiani Severio. Father, Gino. Mother, Contasini Maria. Marital status, married. Married to Fiandri Adele, widow of Edom. Number of children, 5. Date of birth, 13/9/83. Place of birth, Montaigne. Residence, municipality, Montaigne Province, Firenze. Residence, Montaigne. Profession, butcher. Economic condition, poor. Religion, Catholic. Address, correspondence, Montaigne. I kindly request your illustrious excellence to kindly convey to this address any information regarding the insane Damiani Severio, son of the deceased Sirio Contasini Maria, born in Montaigne and residing there, age 53, admitted in this institution in 1936, VI 19 VI 36. The director. So this guy's been there for like years, man. Wow. I guess. Some harsh conditions in this place, man. I don't know. Just reminds you that you should be lucky that you live in days like this, you know? We were in here, weren't we? Yeah. Yeah, that's where the keys were. I mean, back then it would be, asylums used to be, at first they weren't, they also weren't just asylums, they were also, there were public health places, and they were there for people who had, like typhoid and tuberculosis and smallpox. And so, you know, you would have people that when outbreaks occurred, they had to make room, you know, and they would, and of course they would, you know, shove people around, and we were in there before. No, we were looking for Areli, right? Areli? Oh, that's a very cool picture. Look at that. Battle de l'Opera. I love old posters like that, like the old 40s and 50s posters and stuff. They have like such a cool style to them. Even pictures like these, horrific though they have a certain sort of style to them that, you know, the certain sort of meticulous detail. It's incredible. It's like artistry, you know. Because they didn't have printers and computers and that type of thing, you know. So look down this other end here. Almost positive it has something to do with down there, but why does that bed keep on changing? I don't know. She said Areli. So who's Areli again? So the nurse's room is that where I'm here. Nurse's room was 13. Nurse's room was 13, right? So 12, 13 at the end. Okay. So is it really the nurse that was talking to us? Oh, so she's not there. In here? Oh, maybe I'm right. This doesn't look like the nurse's room. Yeah, I was in here before. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I am referring to... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I read this. Yeah. Okay. Let's head downstairs for a moment. Maybe there's something down there. Oh, you know what? Oh, these rooms opened? Oh, surgery room B and C opened. Okay, let's take a look. Slowly. Oh, we were just in there. What am I talking about? That was B. Did I go in C yet, though? Yeah, I went in C. Didn't I? Did I look at everything now? Yeah. Book. Maybe in his drawer. Ah. No. read that note. Why are you teasing me like that, man? I want to read whatever that note is. Okay. Really? I guess she's downstairs. Let me look downstairs. I'm guessing downstairs, down here somewhere. This doesn't look too comforting, this place. Is this somebody's room? Why are all these doors keep on closing? I swear I opened them and then they're closed again. It keeps on confusing me because I keep on thinking that I haven't been there before since they're closed. What the hell was that? Just, what does that say? Fascist National Federation for the Fight Against Tuberculosis. The civilized person, please, does not spit on the ground, does not swear. Okay, yeah, we saw this before. That was also very frightening. Interesting. It's not exactly. Okay. Okay, what's that say? Okay, what does this say? To the Volterra Charity Congregation, which in full compliance with the directive of the fascist regime and the spirit of great initiative and rationality of technical criteria, proceeded to the truly exemplary organization of a self-managed high-intensity cultivation agricultural company on Volterra's fields, where the compact, rugged clay soil was previously used as pasture land. The Secondary Provincial Commission, in solemn recognition of this particular rural merit, unanimously voted to assign the present Special Certificate of Honor and a large gold medal in the triennial competition as a prize to all companies under the umbrella of Agro Volterrano. The President, the Secretary, Pisa, November 26, 1933. XIIEF. S. Girolamo Asylum. Note: a visit is granted to military patients, but top placement only to parents, brothers, sisters, wife, and children. Authorized in writing. Acquaintances may not obtain information about the health and mental condition of patients calling on the doctor on duty. If such a letter is not presented at the door, access will be denied. Any leave will be granted from time to time when the conditions of the patient permit it, and the requesting parent, brother, wife assures guarantees of surveillance and custody. No other person will be granted access to patients outside the institute. Any item permitted for a patient must first be authorized every time by the health authorities. Wine and spirits are strictly forbidden in any case. The director, stamp. Of course. Okay, I was here before, right? This is the admissions room, right? Yeah. With the coins and the pictures. Did I read those before? It's funny, I can't remember if... because they keep on like closing the doors and opening the doors and stuff. So I can't remember which rooms I've been in. You know, these lights sort of glow. They don't really light up very much. What's this about? I think I read this. Diagnosis early dementia. Yeah, I remember this. Name and surname Francesca Agostini. Okay. I'm looking for Amela. Okay, where is Amela? That's okay, that's the thing. That's just some empty rooms. That's some empty rooms. That's okay, I don't know if I want to go in here. Okay, bathroom. And can they make the bathroom smaller? That's the doorway out. This is the bedrooms, I guess. Yeah, bedrooms. More bedrooms. Yeah, I remember these. More bedrooms. Why is this one closed? What's this say? Volterra Psychiatric Hospital, transfer file, name and surname T. Renee, paternity unknown, birth of, yeah, age 17, April 4th, 1938, 10:30 a.m. The patient Renee T. is transferred from temporary asylum in the observation room to the quiet ward. I remember this. The quiet ward. Let's see what the quiet ward is. Remember, I am doing this as a sort of meditative, just a quiet walking around, just looking at stuff and checking stuff out. So I'm not trying to rush through anything, you know. I'm just enjoying checking stuff out and looking at stuff. It's interesting to me to take in the ambiance of the place itself, you know. Unfortunately, there are a lot of places that look like this. What's this? Oh, okay, yeah, we read that before. Let's see, I am here. Fortunately, I can't read Italian. I wish I could. I could sort of guess, I mean, but let's go further. Oh, I don't want to go down there yet. Not yet. Let's look down here first. wish there was just a little bit more light in these places. You know, like, if you open the window, there would be like a little bit more light. Because it'd be nice if, you know, you see a little bit better once you open the window. See the note? What is? Dear Mr. Director, the present letter is to recommend to your precious attention Mrs. Irene K., admitted in your institute last 12 April. Sure of your special attention to the unfortunate woman, our dear friend, I beg you to provide for her every need. The family will satisfy every expense. For any concerns, please contact Monsignor Attilio D., who will personally come to visit. Sincerely yours, Cardinal G. Who's this Irene K? Really? Cardinal involved, maybe some kind of illicit affair. Let's see here. Can't get over there, huh? So there's nothing here to touch or look at, or oh, okay. That's it, huh? It's so hard to see the little. I wish the dot would get a little bit bigger or turn red. Red or something, you know. I wish you could change the dot color or something, because it's you so easily bypass it and not notice it changing. The little white dot in the center of the screen. Okay. Off. Can we? Oh. All right. Let's see what we got here. So beer and liquor. Somebody's having a party here. Party in the corner, I guess. What the hell is that noise? Sounded like a monster. Okay, so down is on. Not seeing much there. Man, this is the showers? Really? There's toilets. stick them up everywhere. You could shove them up against the wall anywhere. I guess when you're dealing with a little bit of space, you gotta make use of everything, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Not sure what was the clue again, or experience? What was? Okay. So they must have diary, maybe, or... I go back to... Oh. And seriously, I have to go all the way to the end?
He felt accused, hurt. I chased him away. I insulted him. He was proud, handsome. He said things about me to other people, which he shouldn't have said. Mother caught me coming home drunk. She beat me and sent me to speak to Don Gino every day. He came back and tried to speak to me. I think he liked me. Sometimes I sent him packing and I started shouting at him, but other times I embraced him. I held him tight and loved him.
Oh, really? I don't remember that part.
But he couldn't bind himself to me. I was 16 and ill. I had no future. I didn't get out of bed for weeks. Then I did things I was ashamed of.
I remember this part.
I slept with men. The guilt tore at my soul, and the light came back to torture me. I invented stories to justify my actions. I couldn't bear my own weight.
Is her story slowly changing a little bit?
Mom found out about it.
Yes.
Her voice split my head. I pushed her away because I was afraid of dying, and I shouted to the whole world what was happening to me, and that I didn't understand. The police arrived, and they carted me away. I remember the onlookers shaking their heads. They would be better off without me, cleansed of shame, with something to talk about for a while.
I remember that. Okay. Yeah, we saw this. I don't understand what these things mean in the bottom. Just accepting of the group, turning away from the group. So what is this? I'm not exactly sure how to do this, but okay. Alright, what I am going to do is I'm going to I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna find out what this Ariane thing is. Because I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I really want to know. Part of me wants to know. I just hope I don't just have him walk by it and was like so stupid I just walked right by it. Which I probably did. I'm sure I did. Must be one of those rooms must have unlocked or something. Let me go check them out. No, what was this room here? Okay. Can't go in there. Can I go through here again? No. Can I turn the lights off? Can I turn more switches on? Oh, well, keep on pressing E. Thinking E is doing something. That's the problem. Who's Ariane? I don't remember who Ariane was. Oh. Is this the actual place? Wow. It's pretty amazing. Is there another picture? Oh, that's the building. Oh, that's the stairway going up there. Oh, okay. Is that the front, or it said Chugo or whatever it was, Chugo. It's interesting. That's it, huh? Oh, bummer. So I keep on finding more and more stuff that I didn't check, you know, each time. Personal details: son of David, deceased, ineligible, born in one place, province of residence, marital status, single, married, to number of children, profession, religion, culture, referral, diagnosis, remarks, address for correspondence. Didn't really say very much, does it? Okay. A lot of dead people in this place. Okay, I read this before, I think. Yeah, respiratory disease, yeah, I remember that. So I was in here and I read this stuff and I looked at the coins, I remember. Yeah. I opened the drawers. Didn't do anything. things in there. I wish I could read them. Oh, I can. Okay, here we go. Please kindly notify any relatives of death of inviting them to cover burial expenses, failing which corpse will be sent to Pisa for studying purposes. Cost 100. Director S. What? So could those other ones that I opened up that I could look at? Damn it! All that time? All those ones I was opening up and looking at and I thought I couldn't look at? Oh man, I'm never gonna remember all those. Where they all were. Okay. Leave that one open. See in here. See anything in here? No. No. Is there anything in here? I read the ones in here. Yeah, I read that. This door keeps on closing, I swear to God. This one too, I think. Yeah. Okay. Nothing. What's this? Irene E. In K, 26 years, a woman in a state of great agitation. She curses her 3-year-old daughter for having ruined her life. She wanted to take us away, that damn kid. Wanted to kill us. She's the devil, I tell you. She's the devil herself. She destroyed my ability to give life. She left her sister in silence. Silence is scary. The mother explains that her husband, Eric K., worried about her daughter, called Eric, who, noticing the state of the woman and potential danger to her daughter, urgently initiated the procedure for admission. The woman was admitted to observation in a single room, not because she was dangerous, but in view of her social class, it seemed the most appropriate choice. The mother has approved a generous donation to this institution in order to find a more suitable accommodation for her daughter. So, I guess money does make a difference, huh? Alright. It's funny, I keep on finding more and more little stuff. Clinics, X-ray department, surgical ward, gynecology, patient archives, medical archives. Okay. This is the bathrooms, right?
This is the road we used to take. If it weren't for her, in the grounds on that bench in spring, so many days. It was an escape, watching nature around us as she talked and smiled. And then there were the kitchens. Sometimes we stole food and ran back to the bench to eat it in secret, and we laughed. She did things to me. Sometimes she touched me. In the shower, I felt her body against mine for the first time. It was a shiver that warmed my soul. Eyes closed, the light slipped away.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna have to...
She wasn't in the system. He wouldn't let her in. That's it. She must be the key to my memories, to the reasons why.
I guess I'm gonna have to start putting a sort of like adult warnings on these. And I had no idea. All I had to do was walk out the front door to trigger out the next thing. But it was nice walking around and seeing all the different stuff, so. It's an hour. I'm going to close this file out. Thank you. This has been Bunny Says. Thank you for joining me. I hope you are okay with the meandering sort of way I do this. And maybe I'll have some more information for you. So, please stay tuned for the next episode. I'll dig up some stuff. I know there's I'm gonna look it up. There's a museum of mental health, I believe, in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna look it up because there was one place it was a place I had wanted to visit at one point to check it out, because it used to be a health institute and then an insane asylum, and it was depended upon if there was outbreaks of typhoid and stuff like that, they would mix and stuff like that. But it was a big place, and they turned it into the first of its kind, a museum of like mental health, like of what their practices and things used to be. And I think it's the only kind in the United States, a real place, not like some place they made up. It's the Tewksbury Hospital. So I'll try to look up some of that, and I'll find out more about it, and I'll try to tell you about that. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that this was okay with you, and take care of yourself. And if you weren't expecting that adult stuff there, I wasn't either, but I'll put up an adult warning, so just in case. Although I think it was, I think the stuff the story is tasteful. So, but I can't judge what you consider, tasteful or not tasteful. So, again, thank you for joining me, and I'll say goodbye for now.